Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a mis 2 centavos con Ellis Rodriguez. Y hoy nos van a hablar de la tierra de mis padres, del país con la bandera más pretty en todo el mundo. Por favor, da un aplauso por Panama. Panama. Don't worry, gringos. This show is still for you. I'm not going to do the whole thing in Spanish. I just wanted to see what it would feel like to be Don Francisco for a second. It feels good, actually. If I could get like a harem of Latin models and a midget in a black costume, I could do this for 40 years. It's nice. And if you don't know who Don Francisco is, then you live in your life wrong and you never had a Sábado Gigante experience. Don Francisco was like Bob Barker, Mr. Rogers, and Hugh Hefner all in the same dude. Why are you talking? No. Shh, be quiet. Randy, why are you talking? No, don't. You know what? No. Don't edit this. Don't you dare edit out a frame of this. I better come across as just a crazy rant like I'm Tom Cruise in this bitch. You feel me? Cállate! Randy, I swear to God, if you don't introduce your lips to each other and tell them to hang out for a while, I will call your mom and I will cancel our date. All right? No fish dinner for her. Well, today we're going to be talking about Panama. And by the way, since nobody responded to become my intern, I had to hire the one person that applied. And that just happens to be, of course, some Randy. So, welcome to the team, Randy Abernathy. You know what? You can edit this part out. Edit out all the parts where you talk. Remember we said you're an off-camera producer? Off-camera, you don't talk. Chusa madre. Es mis 2 centavos con Ellis Rodriguez, no los 2 centavos de un gringo. Ese no es su primer día, ese es su último día. Is this thing still running? My guy.
This episode of My 2 Cents with Ellis Rodriguez was brought to you by Spanglish. Oye, my friend, mi apartamento no tienes parking.
All right, let's just dive into today's episode and let's cover the what, where, when, why, and who. What is Panama? It's a country. It's a country called Panama, and people from there are called Panameños. And what do they look like? Like this. Where is Panama? Panama is like this skinny little teeny tiny country. Right at the end of Central America, right before you get into South America. So right below Costa Rica, pura vida primos, and then right above Colombia, the most northern country in South America. And in fact, I think Panama for like many hundreds of years was a part of Colombia, and there was a bunch of wars and all kind of bad stuff. Hence the unfortunate practice known as the Panamanian necktie, where unfortunately a lot of Panamanian men were actually strangled with their own penises. It's a very sad part of our history. When was Panama? Panama was a bunch of happy little indios making molas and dancing la merengue in the jungle, just being happy when, of course, white people came and discovered it in the 1500s or something. And then white people started spreading their seed. So most of the people in Panama are like mestizo, right? And there's actually huge areas that are still like for the native people, and they still out there slanging beads and stuff. But in 1903, Panama became an independent country that was essentially completely being controlled by the Americans, so that they can complete the Panama Canal and take all the money from it, okay? And that's why there's so much American culture and American influence in Panama. Like, their money's called by boys, but there's no reason to have any because everybody there just accepts American money. And there's a lot of English slang because there's so many Americans there for so long, right? And then at one point, the CIA trains and installs like a leader of the government named Noriega, and he's not the best guy in the world, but it just seems kind of weird that like you staged a coup and then put him in power and then use him to battle your underground thing against the drug war, and then you send in 20,000 troops to like blast rock music till he gives up and then sentence him to 40 years. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of a raw deal. But Panama is now currently still here, and I think they had a female president before we did, so they're kind of advanced there too. Viva Panama. Why is Panama? Because that's why. Why is Panama important, whether you know it or not? Because it's a much shorter trip than going all the way around South America. So tons and tons and tons and tons, literally tons of freight go through that canal every year, and it's big business. And also it's a country in Central America. It's near the equator. Everybody's brown, everybody's beautiful. I was supposed to go to Carnavales this year. That shit obviously got canceled, but it was going to be me and my manita Modaca. She was about to take the whole Latin crew and go down there to Carnavales. They just shut down the whole country for 2 weeks. All you do is just dance salsa and merengue in the streets, eating random street meat. Just people just be selling you some weenies, or they hose you down with like a hose. So it's like a fire truck. You like, bam, bam, bam. They just play Suavemente and DJ Black all day. Who is Panama? My name is Panama. There's just like really popular brand of shirts I used to love. Maybe they're still out, but it's called My Name is Panama. And they have like a mola, like a fish, and they have like a bright cartoon on the back. But who is Panama? Panameños. Mis padres. My parents are from Panama. Also, my ex-wife is from Panama, which is weird. She's actually from this place in Panama called Colón. And we got a divorce because, you know, she was supposed to, but she wasn't doing what she's supposed to. So anyways, I was like bitter about it. And I was going back to Panama to go to Carnavales one year. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Colón and I'm going to piss in the streets of Colón. And I went to Colón and I pissed in the streets. But it didn't make me feel any better. And do you know why? Because apparently everybody pisses in the streets of Colón. I was like, I wasn't even the only, there was 2 other morenas sitting right here. And then they saw my little 9-inch pene and they started pointing and laughing at it. And I was embarrassed. It wasn't a good day. And there's not a lot of Panameños in America, but we out here, you feel me? And we're a very proud gente. Next time you see some moreno hablando español, say, oye, pana, what's up, preems? Because nothing makes Panamanians happier than when you can tell us the difference between us and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. And that's the show. Muchísimas gracias. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, gripes, or complaints, or a topic you want my 2 cents on, leave it in the comment section below. Adios, ciao, como se dice en los Estados Unidos. Peace out, man. Melida, I'm leaving. No. No. Yeah.